Hi there.
Welcome back.
We're alive.
Hello.
It's been a few
We
months.
did not fall off the face of the earth, and we did not die, contrary to popular belief.
Born Stupid did not get a divorce.
Nope.
And you are not the father.
Fuck you, Maury. Well, not a lot's changed.
Yep.
Nope.
We're still stupid.
Yep, sure is. A lot has happened. I just can't remember it all.
Has a lot happened?
I think I went on a few
Feel like it has.
vacations. I think I went to Key West and then
Yeah.
went to the beach.
I went to Panama City for a week.
You know,
Yeah.
I did nothing.
I got a tattoo on my leg.
Oh, yeah. Do you know about the tat?
I think so.
You think you do.
You want to see my cock?
Oh, yeah. So why did you get that? That's dumb.
Well, the roosters were scaring the shit out of Cameron, and there was a couple points where he
What
was
roosters?
in Key West.
There's a lot of roosters.
There's
just
a lot
wildly.
of chickens running around, and Cameron's been around chickens. We get eggs from our friends, and all that stuff. But for whatever reason, the roosters, cock-a-doodle-dooing at each other. We spooked Cameron a few times. And there's one point at the restaurant where a rooster was a little bit friendly, got a little too aggressive towards him, and it's because people feed him. Well, Cameron screamed or whatever. No big deal. Well, someone dropped a bag off the table or whatever. It wasn't even a rooster, and Cameron screamed in the middle of this restaurant. Everybody stopped and looked. So what the fuck?
Actually,
Why is your daughter screaming?
I'm a boy.
I
I'm a real
forgot.
boy.
I forgot you even got that until I think you posted a picture from jiu-jitsu, and it's like an early morning workout of everybody, and everybody's like, ugh. And I look, and there's this big fucking chicken on his leg. I'm like, oh yeah, he got a chicken on his leg.
It's a good joke though.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you want to see my cock? And then I got to pull my pants down. And
I wonder how many people have used that joke, though.
I'm sure that's been used.
Did you name it?
I have not named my rooster.
That should be your next tattoo. Like you said, every trip you go on, you gotta get a piece added. Like you said, you went to New Smyrna.
I should have gotten
You
a
should've got
tattoo, but I didn't.
Right,
Yeah.
could have got a surfboard with a shark bite out of it because it's like the shark bite capital of the Florida.
Does your cock terrify your son?
This one doesn't. This one doesn't scare him. This one doesn't scare him. I tried to
He likes daddy's cock.
I tried to get my leg and attack him with my leg.
So, when you're pounding Danielle now, does that count as a double team? She got two cocks tonight. Yeah.
It's backfired, but hey, you want to rub my cock? And then she starts petting my leg.
Funny thing about my
Oh,
is it's on my leg. Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah. So,
You
looking forward to my next tattoo.
yeah.
Not sure what it's going to be. I'm sure it'll be random.
I think it should be another chicken on the other leg and you have a cockfight. You
That's
just
what I was
slap your
going to
legs
say.
together.
If I did my legs, it should come back and forth.
That
Yeah.
one's holding the knife, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was thinking about getting Hey, the chicken from Moana.
Who?
Some scrawny-ass chicken.
I don't know what that is.
Hey.
Hey.
I've never heard of that.
Don't know what the hell that is.
That would have been a good one.
Hey.
Yeah, Hey.
Hey.
Hey is a chicken from Moana.
That's what John says when he's wearing his 5-inch shorts.
Yeah, you got to get shorter shorts so I can show off my leg tat.
He's got his boy shorts on.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
What should my next tattoo be? I was thinking about getting an octopus.
Why an octopus?
I don't know.
Where do the... Oh, I get it. If you use your butthole as the octopus's mouth,
Spits ink at you.
and you do the tentacles coming out on your ass cheeks, that'd be cool.
When you got liquid shit that's spitting ink at you.
Well, I figured you can have the cock and the puss fighting,
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought you were gonna use every vacation opportunity as a chance to get a tattoo. That was the deal, man.
But the weekend was pretty short, so...
So is your cock.
Yeah, I actually wanted a bigger cock, but it cost more.
I got what I could afford. Okay.
Don't cheap out on it.
Yeah, the New Smyrna trip, I was thinking about it, but I just didn't have time.
Thinking about cock all weekend.
Maybe next year, since I'll be there a whole week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it was only Got there
3 days or
late
something, 4
Friday
days?
night.
Yeah.
So Saturday, Saturday, Sunday was family dinner.
Are you gonna
and
take
stuff.
Kevin next year
For
for a whole week? He's gonna be a big guy by then.
yeah, I gotta figure that out.
You're gonna need a new vehicle. That's what I'm saying. Like
I don't know I don't think it's pet friendly anyways, so I gotta figure something out.
Well, he's not a pet. He's a fucking horse.
Yeah,
He's a farm animal.
no one will know.
He doesn't know.
I'll sneak him in.
Good luck with that. The best chance is the fact that he's all black, so do it at night.
Yeah.
You got a good chance of hiding him. Yeah. I'm broker than I've ever been in my entire life. So, yesterday was like the second most expensive day in my entire life. The first most expensive
Your
day.
marriage?
I didn't pay for none of that. Yeah, this one as much as that. So,
Keno, stop.
yeah, like when I bought my house, like I'd sold everything I had and all my life savings to put my down payment down. That was thousands of dollars. And then my AC decided it was going to break while I'm trying to do a good thing and have a family party at my house on Saturday for all my aunts and uncles.
Watching my puppy, Kevin.
Trying to watch him and just trying to accommodate others. And, I finally get everything done, kind of settle down. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go in because I've been up since 5 a.m. because I helped Dad get the dang hog on and all that shit.
They had to deball it.
Yeah, I had to dehead it and deball it.
I sent him a video that week of
How
someone
to do it?
roasting a hog.
The
Balls and the cock was still on it. So every time the hog rolled over, the balls and the dick flopped. I told Mike, I was like, you better cut the dick and balls. I was like, this better not be the fucking hog this weekend. He's like, no, we got the dick and balls off it.
Sure did.
I want the bratwurst.
but the cool part is like, Dad built this rotisserie thing for like a 60 to a 70 pound, hog is what he was wanted.
But it was bigger.
Fucking hog shows up, it's 120 fucking pounds. That bitch, we ended up having to cut his legs off so that he would fit in there and actually spin. So we had to do some fabrication, last minute cutting and grinding and welding, and we tried to keep the metal shavings out of the meat. But anyway, we get all that shit done. It's hotter than fuck. I go inside. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna relax for an hour. By the time I close my eyes, my wife's like, it's hot in here. I said, it's not that bad, even though I got sweat pouring down my back at that point. And I get up and look, and I'm like, fuck, it's 84 degrees in here. Yep, found out my AC took a shit.
It took getting to 84 degrees to I realized it was fucking hot in there.
Well,
I
it's
told
still
him,
cooler than
It's
outside.
76 in here. God.
Well, I told him, I was like, I work from home today. So then we got the AC fixed last night, right? At 75 degrees, I was fucking freezing. I'm like, I told him I have to bump that thing up like 77. He goes, ugh.
I was like, you've been hanging out with John too much.
Ugh.
I did have to crank mine down to 75 today.
Ugh.
It was 77, and
That's
I'm sitting there. I'm
ridiculous.
like, there's like no airflow in here, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
air's
just
off.
keep your house as a fucking sauna.
That's not
They
that
got
bad.
kids. They freeze.
Yeah.
Put a fucking sweater on. Use a blanket. No, it was like that before they had kids.
Yeah. I think it all started with that leaf thing or that smart temperature gauge.
You can turn that shit off.
The
well,
Nest?
I have the Nest.
Oh, the leaf thing. I'm like, what?
It's on Eco. That's why the leaf.
Oh,
the
it's
leaf.
Eco.
So it's on schedule. Whenever we're out of the house, it doesn't go down to 74.
Mine stays at
And
74
then
all the time.
Whenever it kicks on to run, whenever we're an hour before we get home.
I got you.
So, and it's been set like that since I got it.
Well, so much for having a resettable thermostat. If you
I
don't
just walk
even
over
use
there.
it.
I just walk over there and go ding ding ding, and it's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I had to do away with the Nest. I have to Google one now.
I never had internet to be able to run
Were they
it.
spying on you?
No, I've had 2 Nest thermostats shit the bed.
Shit.
Yeah, they something happens in them and they break and they lose connection with the Wi-Fi.
And then they're useless.
Yeah, and then I'd reach out to them like, oh, yep, it needs to be replaced. If it has that error and it won't connect to Wi-Fi.
Piece of shit.
So after that happening twice, I bought a fucking Google one, a Google one for half the price of the Nest.
Oh, you got you an Alexander or whatever it is. They got that Google Alexa. Now you got your thermostats an Alexander.
That's how Amazon.
Amazon. Alexa.
Amazon Alexander, whatever.
Google's Google Home.
What? And what's Apple? Siri.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Siri.
I have not incorporated that stuff into the house.
I don't ever use that shit.
Bam.
Bam. 69.
Hey.
Yeah, it's currently 72 in the house. I cranked it down to 69.
It's the same no matter what you look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, you took the window unit out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cause one, it wasn't summer.
It is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we haven't had a podcast in 3 months.
Oh, you're planning on shutting this room down?
Yeah, I was literally like,
You're gonna rent the room out with somebody?
No,
You're
just
gonna get a roommate?
give my floor space back.
You can't let the humidity get to the boxes in here. It'll ruin them.
We have a few weeks of just, we're not able to get our schedules aligned.
It's almost 3 months.
Shit happened. Shit happened.
Schedules
A lot
aligned.
has
We've had the same thing on the schedule
there's
for
still
years.
interest. There's still interest.
There was one whole week I was completely gone, vacation.
Gone.
Couldn't have done that one.
There's been just multiple things.
I forgot. Yeah, there's been some other shit that popped up. Yeah, it just fucking happened, man.
Life gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah. The older I get, the busier I get, and that makes no sense
Yeah.
to me.
The older I get, the less desire I have to do it.
I got the desire.
Yeah.
You don't have to be passionate to drink and talk.
Well,
true.
we don't really drink. That.
What fucking who you
Oh.
talking to?
Yeah, we drink for like 20 minutes and
This
then
is-
all right,
this
let's go
is
do the
when-
podcast.
This is when I'm drinking. This is it.
If you want to drink, show up like at 6 o'clock and we can fucking drink.
This past
I was
Saturday,
at kids jiu-jitsu
when I
class.
found out that the fucking AC broke, I said, you know what? I got a case of Nooners. I ain't been hammered all year. I'm going to drink them.
Idiot.
It was a 12-pack. I drank 11. I had a fucking headache like an hour after you left. I'm like, I'm done with this. Next morning, woke up, still had a headache. And I said, Ashton, you got any of those IVs? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, you want to give me one of them hangover treatments that you offer? Yeah.
You gonna poke me?
She did. And I'm telling you, like, before that bag was even done, my headache went away. I came back to life. I'm good. And I'm like,
Wow.
damn, where was this 10 years ago?
Would it take like 15 minutes?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sure did. And like I was pleasantly surprised. Like
Did it hurt you when she stuck you?
a little bit because I was dehydrated, but I don't like that shit anyway. So whenever I do the IVs, it's usually for dire need because I just get squeamish. Like I've passed out before. They've had to. I remember one time they actually got it in and they were just taking my blood. And I wasn't planning on doing it that morning. And anyway, they're like 9 vials in. I said, how many more you got left? She's like, 2. Why? I'm like, I feel hot. And she's like, last thing I remember hearing, we have a fader. I woke up and they had files, folders, and they're just waving me. And I'm sitting in a chair with my feet above my head.
We have a face.
Why were your feet above your head?
Because they had to get the blood flow.
You weren't
moving.
getting poked. You were getting pegged.
Whenever people get choked out, they raise their legs up.
Yeah, get the blood
and it gets
moving,
the blood
man.
back to their head.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
I I clammed up and passed out, man.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I do a little bit better now. Like, if I look the other way and I don't watch it and, like, they don't tell me when they're going to do it, I don't tense up and, get all that.
Oh, I straight watch it. I'm like, stick me.
No, I'm not good with that, man.
Stick me.
Stick me. I'm like,
Oh.
God, man, you missed. Let me do it.
Speaking of getting stuck, that was something interesting I've done in our 3-month hiatus. I had a colonoscopy.
Nice.
Yeah.
In the butt.
Literally.
Butt stuff.
Yeah, literally. And I went on a 64-hour fast.
Jeez.
Yeah, I didn't eat anything. They told me I could have Jello and chicken broth and shit.
You
but I'm
couldn't
like,
just poop in a box instead?
well, it wasn't a box; it was a tube. But I
He
did
was
that
a
before.
grumpy
fuck. No, I got through it
I'm
pretty
kidding,
good.
I'm
Like I didn't have the headache and stuff like I did the first time.
Yeah, the ass ache.
A little bit afterwards, yeah. Not gonna lie, but yeah, I was like, yeah, 64-hour fast. I'm gonna be fucking starving when I get out of here, man. I'm gonna fucking tear it up. So
Nope.
it was over in Tampa, and like, remember the Rocco's Tacos we went to when we went jean shopping for my wedding?
It's like, no,
Yep.
we got drunk, man. I don't remember.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. So we went there. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna tear up some a Mexican food. and
That's
some-
what you want to do after a colonoscopy. Shit your brains out.
Well, I already did that before with all the clean out.
It just falls out at that point.
Nah, man. We get there and I take like literally one chip, dip it in the guac, and I'm like, I start feeling hot, and I'm like, I was like, is it fucking cold in here? And they're like, they got beads of sweat falling off their forehead. And like, we're sitting outside, and then they're like, no, it's hot. And like, I got a hoodie on. I'm fucking freezing. I said, I need the keys. I went in the truck and I hotboxed it. I don't know how I didn't have a fucking heat stroke. But I spiked a fever for whatever reason afterwards. Like,
probably
wow.
the anesthesia.
Yeah, Anastasia.
Analstesia. The analstesia.
It fucked you up, man.
And he's sitting there at Rocco Tacos, only sitting on one butt cheek, not fully seated on his ass.
It's not as bad as you think.
You
You do wake up with a funny taste in your mouth.
Yeah, Michael loves the analstesia.
Evidently, I must have been snoring or something during the procedure because they normally don't stick like a throat or stick a pipe down your throat to protect your airway.
You might have a loose throat.
Maybe I got what you call sleep apnea or something because I woke up.
I used to watch was it ER and all that? They say people have like a loose throat, so it might like collapse in if they just try to use like the regular stuff.
Yeah.
So they have to put the tube in there because you have a loose throat.
You got a little throat flap.
Yeah, I'm having a damn sore throat and shit from it, man.
Throat's
I'm like,
flapping.
this sucks. It was so cool that I signed up to get put to sleep again next month. This time I'm gonna have my wrist operated on. So
Between your wrist and your ass.
sound like they all happen at the same time.
Yeah. That's a serious carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that thing.
man.
Even beating the fuck out of.
I don't see anything.
It's a golf ball.
The knot?
Ping pong
Yeah,
ball
right
on
there,
his
man.
wrist.
Yeah. The knot is carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
No,
He broke his wrist jerking off.
no,
Yeah.
I didn't. I used both hands for that.
Like you're trying to
That's
tell an old
what-
lady the arthritis. It's the
You,
arthritis.
you got off balance, and then that's
No.
the one you posted with and busted it.
I don't know if y'all remember when I went to the Keys a few years ago and I had this big story about how I fell out of the fucking boat and yeah.
I don't remember.
Well, I'm pretty confident that this injury stemmed from that trauma. Dog, get out of here.
Get out of my nuts.
For real. And, yeah, because whenever I fell, I landed like this with an open palm. And they say that that's basically joint fluid that pushed itself out of the joint. And then it was encapsulated like a tumor, basically. But it's pressing up against the artery that runs through my hand.
Palms wide
So,
open.
under the moonlight, I'll show you everything.
Yeah, I was like, my brain went there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize.
But no, I actually watched a YouTube video on how they do it, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. Like, I couldn't watch them do that, but maybe I can get them to record.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Them doing
you
it.
won't be able to stay awake.
No, I'll fucking pass out. I'll throw up, dude. I don't like that shit. We were watching Chicago Med on our high-speed internet the other night.
The free TV channel on your high-speed internet. And your
And they couldn't get an IV started, so they took a drill and drilled into the guy's leg bone and like to administer the medicine. And I said, "What the fuck?" I about passed out, like, dude.
oh,
It's fake TV.
no, I've seen that happen. Like
Yeah, if you
like
can't-
military stuff and all
Yeah.
that, they'll go like straight into the fucking bone with shit.
yeah, with
If it's like life or death and stuff.
yes, if they can't get the IV started,
Stick it in the
that's the
bone.
next course. They said it's not as effective as like a IV intravenous. Did you know what IV stood for? Intravenous.
Into the venous.
Into the vein. Into the venous.
I did not.
Mm-hmm.
Just like if they can't give you a trachea, they fucking jam the shit in your chest.
Yeah, you can take the pin and take the pin apart and just
They literally-
right here.
And they literally just say, "Kuh." Then you hear the
What is you
pressure.
good
No, they do that for
for?
collapsed lungs. I think that's what it is.
It's also.
Oh no, this right here, that's a pneumothorax.
It's pneumothorax.
Pneumothoraxes is whenever they put it right here, right above the second rib, like about yay down, and they go right between there, and that relieves the air or the fluid
Yeah, they do something in
from
the chest
the lung
relieving
when you have
pressure.
a collapsed lung.
Yeah, they do it in the chest.
I've
for
watched
something
a
pressure.
lot of Chicago Med. Every episode, pneumothorax happens every time. Chest tube goes.
Same thing that you do with the grouper when you pull it up too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same but different.
Yep.
It's the same but different. Yeah.
Go ahead and let that air out, baby.
Yeah. That was interesting, like when that hog, going back to the party thing with that whole hog, when you got it off and then you had to start cutting it to get all the meat off
Oh,
of
yeah.
it. It's like,
There's a lot going on there.
Okay, like you got the ribs, and you're like, oh, this is where the pork loin, and then this is how the pork chops and the baby back ribs get made, and then here's the pork butt, the pork shoulder, and it's like...
The butt's not the butt, though, is it?
It's not the butthole, no. I bet it's like the rump. I guess you would call it like the butt cheek.
John calls the pork butt actually like the pork calamari. You know, the little calamari rings? John prefers, hey, Bob, save me the pork calamari ring.
No,
I want that.
I don't.
I will say that was a little odd. Like when he was cutting it open, the poop chute was still there. You could have had the old colon. Or the butthole.
Yeah, you see people when they make Bloody Marys, they put all the weird shit in the drink.
Yes.
You see John put a freaking pig colon in his.
Or you know what I find
Olives,
disgusting
and shit.
is some of those other cultures using like lamb intestines for condoms and stuff like that. Like that just
They don't have Ziploc bags.
That's like how it originated.
Hey, well, you don't want to use Ziploc bags anyways. There's like a class action lawsuit or
Class action lawsuit.
John's against big bag,
there's
big
a lot of
bag.
Man, fuck Ziploc brand,
Yeah.
man.
shit. There's
You
like
should see what it does to your...
John's against big sandwich bag companies.
Yeah, you should see what Ziploc does to your stash, man.
You're against big pharma. He's
the
against big bag.
microplastics that are
It
leaking
absorbs
from the bags and the containers.
Dude, you've had so much of that in your life.
I
You're
know
fine.
it's a big cause of dementia and Alzheimer's.
old timers. I got a case of the old timers.
But there's a big thing on that.
I've had 2 colonoscopies
They got
before
proof.
the age of 37. Yeah.
They got proof.
Well, you
Full
volunteered to do it. I know I'm a little early, but can I get it done beforehand?
They offered to pay me $50, and $50 is $50, okay? Nah, man. But the good part about it, nothing was wrong. You're good. I'm like, God damn.
All right, see you next year for my yearly colonoscopy.
Oh.
He really likes it.
That's funny. I was joking in the text message a few weeks ago about it.
You really was?
Yeah, but I said, "What? You
You
going to
nailed
get
it. You
you going to
fucking
get a
nailed it.
colonoscopy?
That's
or
why I
something?"
couldn't do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You're
was-
like, actually, yeah.
See,
Actually,
life
I
happens. Colonoscopy happens.
And let me tell you, I'm like, oh, it wasn't too bad. And then, like, you start getting into the dookie lax and stuff, and it's like
Oh, yeah.
uncontrollable
Oh,
shits, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's not pleasant for sure.
Can't even fart. It's not even safe.
Oh, I did shit my pants.
Yeah, no shit.
No, like,
I've shit for 3 days straight. There couldn't
Yeah.
possibly be anything left.
Oh, damn.
not for real. Like, I thought everything was good.
How is it possible?
No, I thought everything was good, and it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I had been inside all day, kind of like, on rest, working from the couch, and said, you know what, I'm gonna get a little sunshine. I'm gonna walk down to the mailbox.
A little bit of vitamin D never did me any wrong.
Yep. You know how that laundry room right before you go into my house garage? I opened the door and
The wet room?
Yes. I took one step into the garage, and I guess just that jarring jolt, boom, fucking straight down my leg on my calf.
Did you cannonball into the pool?
I was wearing sandals, and it was all over my fucking sandal.
Threw them away.
That rug that was right there. They went on
Ashley
the rug.
got home. She's like, what happened to the rug? Why is the rug in the trash can?
So here's what I did.
Quit asking questions.
Here's what I did.
You're literally cutting a rug.
I was just standing there in pure disgust, like I fucking 37 years old and I shit my fucking pants. All right,
It's only gonna get worse.
Luckily I didn't even have to move. I just reached over and hit the button to close the garage door down.
Fuck the mail.
As soon as the garage door, as soon as the garage door went down, stripped off my bottoms, shirt, everything, tiptoed my ass into the shower and got cleaned up.
If he had the USPS informed,
I do have priority information. I get emails daily.
You would have known you had nothing in the mailbox.
Well, it only tells me when I get packages. It doesn't tell me if I got like parcel mail.
It should. Mine tells me everything.
It tells you you're getting a fucking ad from Ollie's Ollie store down
With
here.
with a picture of the mail.
Marco's coupons.
Yeah, with Hungry Howie's coupons and Ashley Furniture Labor Day sales and shit.
And if
They
I don't get
individual mail, or
You
they
pay
take
for
a
that?
picture of the clump of mail.
it's a
going
picture of every envelope.
Okay.
And if I get it every day at 7:30 a.m.
in. It's one picture or multiple pictures.
Multiple pictures.
Oh my
People
God.
take pictures of your mail to let you know you're getting mail.
So,
makes no sense.
well, it gets scanned when their system scans it. I guess it takes pictures. And I know if I don't get an email that day, I don't need to check my mailbox. That means I didn't get any mail.
You pay for that?
No. You go on the post office website and signed up for the informed whatever.
Mine does, but it doesn't send me videos of the shit or
No,
pictures.
no. Yeah.
It just tells me, hey,
Let me
you have a
see.
package coming from such and such. Like, cause
That Latina woman that's doing my mail, she sending videos?
fuck. Just wouldn't have me a
USPS informed
spicy-
delivery. So that's the email.
Yeah, I get
On
it.
the May the 27th, I had one mail piece.
Yeah, I
I
get it.
scroll down. Bam.
Oh, get the fuck out of
yeah,
here.
that's the mail I got on the 27th.
I never scroll down that far. Or I don't click on the thing
And
that
then if
says
you get
shows
packages,
it
it
is.
gives you the tracking number if you have something on the way.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
I think I just disenrolled to that because I was tired of getting updates every day.
Yeah, you
I'm
only,
like-
you only
I-
get an email the day if you're getting mail. If you're not getting mail, or if you don't have a package on the way, like you'll get the email even if you're not getting mail that day. If you have a package on the way, just because you still have that active tracking number coming to your house.
Yeah.
I did not know.
I decided I wanted it to be like Christmas and I wanted to be surprised at what I got it. So I disenrolled from it.
Yep.
It's just
Oh,
it's just a
like
mystery.
this
You just
and
go out there and you don't know. It's just one of those daily treasures.
What are we going to have today? Bills or more bills?
Oh, I can't wait for a birthday card.
It's always fucking junk mail.
Not always.
Always junk mail.
I don't even live at my house. Every fucking time I go, there's 44 pieces of mail. Every one of them is to my wife. Every single one. I'm like, I don't even live here anymore. Seriously.
Well, they go after the ones that respond.
Well, I'm like, she must use her
you
email.
don't respond.
She must have used her email and mailing address for like every fucking offer known to man. You know, like, oh, sign up now and get 5% off
Yes.
your fucking Sephora order of $25 or more.
The best is
Stanley,
when we had the
Ray Gun.
recycling. Like half my mail never made it into the house because I'd
Oh,
walk
yeah.
into the garage, open up the
Straight in the
recycling bin,
trash.
throw that shit right in the recycling bin.
Well, I got a 2-hour walk from my mailbox to the house, so I usually preview it all and chunk what's not, relevant and then doesn't go in the house. Because there might be anthrax in that shit. You never know.
Yeah, I want it.
Don't bring it in the house.
I want the Thrax.
You want it?
Yep.
I can give you anthrax, but not
It's
anthrax.
a little scary, man. That was a real
I
deal.
did learn on your window unit, Ross. Fucking love bugs can swim through there and get in your house.
Little fuckers.
Little
Really?
fuckers, yeah.
That's with it off or on.
Off.
Well,
When
yeah.
they're on, they get chopped up.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's not coming through when it's on.
Because we were gone for 4 days. Our AC was out.
And you have the white interior in the house covered in fucking love bugs.
Yeah.
Because
Our
love bugs
bedroom-
love white.
Our bedroom for sure. Yeah, they were all in there. I'm like, what?
I hate them little fuckers. I can only imagine you walking into your kitchen, all over your fucking cabinets.
and love bugs are terrible out where I'm at.
Yeah.
It's like I think I figured out where they're born. They're born out where I live,
Yeah.
in them grasses and shit.
Oh, my cousin told me that the University of Florida didn't make them. There's some bug from some other country that might.
Nah, they
No, they
fucked
were-
that up too. They bred them to eat mosquitoes
Yeah.
and fucked up.
Yeah, but
Yeah, they were lab made, but the reason why you see them everywhere is because there's no predator to them. So there's nothing out there that hunts them and kills them.
An
and all that.
F-250 is
Yeah,
a hell.
yeah. So, fun
Yeah,
fact: Dodge Ram too.
yeah, Jeeps.
But
Fuck,
the good thing is
Kenworths.
they're only around for like a couple weeks before they
But
fuck
that's what
off.
blows my mind is like the love bugs make an appearance in May and like September for like
Yeah.
a few weeks, and it's like, where the fuck are they the rest of the
Yeah.
time? I've never seen a love bug in like January.
They migrate.
But evidently they're living somewhere because it ain't like the whole species dies and they just create more in the month of May and release them.
Someone opened the cages.
You mean to tell me there's like a love bug hotel?
Yeah.
And they go in there, stay there, like, yeah, guys, we're on vacation, man.
They have a breeding facility.
See you next May.
They have a breeding facility, and then
A
when it's
breeding
time,
facility.
they release them.
A fucking love bug brothel, huh?
Yep.
Jesus.
I Google where do love bugs go in the off season.
Right?
During the off season, when they aren't actively mating or laying eggs, love bugs are primarily in their larvae stage, hidden in decay plant matter, or dormant in the ground.
In the ground. So they
Yep.
do come
Where
from
do
the
they
ground.
come from?
They live in the ground.
And
How do ants and shit not even?
they are not active or flying during the cooler months.
So when it heats up, they start wiggling.
So you're saying we need like in the winter we need like a solid week of freezing temperatures maybe to kill some of these bastards
Or more.
or more. We need an ice age in Florida. I mean, you think about it, that's why like mosquitoes and shit and all kinds of other bugs never die. We freeze like once a year, and it's like for like 3 hours. It's not even
come out when it gets hot and wet.
They're from Central America.
Yeah, see, he said it wasn't from Florida.
Can't trust that.
I
Just
think
like,
Florida probably tried to alter them.
Yeah, just like Florida tried to poison the world with Gatorade.
They're also.
I fucking love Gatorade.
Well, the original Gatorade was
bad
fine.
for you.
The original one was fine.
Everything's bad for you.
I had some vitamin water tonight that had all vitamins in it, no sugar.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was actually
So you
pretty
just
good.
crumble up your vitamins in some water?
I'm like, pretty much.
Is that what you were doing in your truck for 45 minutes when you got here?
No.
Sitting there like just rubbing two vitamins together to make
vitamin
dust?
tea. Making vitamin tea.
Actually, I was responding to HOA official business.
That's bullshit.
This guy with his
I
HOA
don't even
shit.
know if our show knows that I'm a member. I'm in politics now.
I think you've mentioned.
Fuck you. You're
Yeah.
part of the system.
You meant.
No.
Yeah, I think we
After-
talked about
okay.
your
all right. Well,
crazy situation.
Yeah, I've got about a quarter already in, which reminds me I'm the only one that hasn't done my certification course, so I might get kicked out.
Certification course to be in the HOA?
You have to do 4 hours of continued training every year.
Jeez.
Fuck that.
Yeah, that's dumb.
But anyway, I'm learning in this whole HOA thing. A lot of the HOAs, that's not the problem. It's the people that don't follow the fucking rule that's in the HOA that you knew when you fucking moved in. Just
And the Karens that report said people.
Yes. We're in a situation right here, which technically they
Are
are
you,
right.
Are you going to self-report the AC window unit you have?
Fuck off, Ross.
You can't be above the law, buddy.
You're right. I am the law. My window unit is hidden by my pool filter. You cannot see it
I clearly saw your AC filter when I was at your barn.
when you're on my fucking property, which means
I'm
if you
sure
stay
from the
your
road.
ass off my property, you won't see my window unit.
I'm sure I can see it from the road, too.
If you report me, I will snap your flagpole in half again.
You didn't snap it the first time, bitch.
I'll send a storm this way.
Mother Nature did.
That's right. And you think Mother Nature's a bitch? Wait, you try me.
Your palm trees look like they're dying by your driveway.
They just need some water.
Yeah, they're hot.
Oh, it didn't rain today.
Did not rain.
That's
today.
surprising.
They're getting cooked.
Oh, it rained hard.
Oh, it's the
last
rain
days.
season now, so they'll start to.
No, cold
Spruce
front's
up.
coming through. See
No
that
way.
shit? Seriously, I swear to God.
Yeah, it's going to lower our temperatures like to 89 degrees. Yeah, and that's why
Can't
we're
wait.
But
going to have rain tomorrow and
Saturday, yeah.
from it.
yeah, but they did say it'll like drop the dew point, so it'll help with the humidity for a few days.
Great, grand.
Yeah. Good God Almighty! So instead of sweating at 8 o'clock in the morning, it'll be 10:30.
9:30. Yeah.
But yeah, summertime. Yeah, we're in May gets hot, so that's traditional. June 1st starts hurricane season.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're predicting 4 to 5 major hurricanes.
Oh, buy your water and toilet paper
Yep.
now.
And they're predicting 10 to 14 named storms.
Yeah, I think it's just supposed to be like an average year this year. I don't think it was supposed to be
Yeah,
super crazy.
but
They said, I know like a couple weeks ago, Kano, go. They said the Atlantic waters were cooler at this point this year than they were last year.
So
That's
it
good.
should be less active then.
the Gulf
Yeah.
waters, yeah, that's what I get nervous when the Gulf waters get hot. It just ramps them bastards up.
Yeah.
They said that there's a lot of
It's like giving a kid Kool-Aid.
a lot of earthquakes and shit going on, and they're worried about tsunamis hitting Florida.
I can see that happening. Do you see the fucking volcanoes going off too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of
We could use a good tsunami.
tectonic. Is that what it's like?
Is it
plates?
Johnny Tsunami? Oh yeah, it's the
There's a lot of shifting.
down there at the
Ergonom-
Andreas Fault.
The
ergonomic.
plates are shifting.
The plateaus.
I'd like to see the plate shift and cut California off and move them bastards out.
plateaus.
Yeah, just ship them off out in
Yeah.
the ocean, man. Y'all do your thing. Anybody
Do
wants
your
to go?
thing.
Anybody wants to go? We'll ship you down over there. Y'all can live on the island of California.
You seen Trump was talking about renaming New Mexico?
New Mexico? What, to New America?
Yeah.
Or is he really?
No, I'm just joking. I don't know.
I'm like, okay.
Mike is like, what?
Well, that's what's so funny. Like, I went to
Well,
college.
fucking him, you never knew.
Yeah.
New Mexico, get that bitch out of here. Deport that.
There's such a misconception
we don't
about
want the
that.
old one. We don't want the new one.
Get them all, the Mexicans, even the new ones.
Right? But there's such a misconception about New Mexico. Like, I went to school there for 4 years. I lived there. Whatever, it's a state.
It was all white people.
Yes. And there's a lot of, like, native Indians,
Yeah.
like whatnot. But anyway,
Native Americans.
people's always like, "Oh, where'd you go to school?" I'm like, "New Mexico." I'm like, why'd you go out of the country? Like they're serious as fuck. Serious as fuck. Smart people with educations. And they'll ask me, why'd you go out of the country for
They
school?
didn't
I'm
take
like,
geography, man.
you do realize that's over there next to kind of like Nevada and Texas and shit.
Sort of between Arizona and Texas.
Yes, it's New Mexico. Oh, shit, I just thought that was part of Mexico. You're a fucking idiot.
Wait, is it between Texas and Arizona or Arizona and California?
It goes Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, and then Texas, I think.
Well, Nevada just peeks in. Just sort of pokes in. It's not
Well,
on the bottom.
Well, it's over here looking like a upside down fuckery.
Yeah,
like a
but
funnel.
Arizona and
then you got Arizona and
New
then
Mexico.
New Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, then you got the four corners. It's like Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and one of them fucking
Yeah, you can
states.
stand at that cliff and see all them states
You
in
can
one
technically
place.
be in 4 states in one time.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yep. It's called the Four Corners. I never went
Why not?
because I wasn't adventurous back then. I didn't go to see shit. I stayed in my fucking dorm room. I went to school. I couldn't wait to get the fuck out, and I don't know why.
There, you gotta be careful about them wolves out there.
That's why they were called the Lobos. You know
Yeah.
what Lobos means? It's Mexican for gray wolf.
Ooh.
Did you know that? That's why the mascot is a fucking gray wolf.
Oh wow.
Oh, shit. Yeah, and I was blown away, too, when I learned that last year.
What about? Yeah. You went, what an idiot!
Just kidding.
Born stupid.
I was. I've learned a lot since I was
Panthers
born.
are bad out there too, right? Them cougars.
I don't
Them
think
The Florida Panthers are really bad out there.
I don't think they survived the desert life.
No, but there's still cougars out there. They might not be called Panthers.
You got to watch out for the buffaloes. There's fucking buffaloes out there.
Are they buffaloes or bisons?
Same things.
No, they're not the same thing.
What's the difference? What's the difference between a one-hump camel and a two-hump camel?
They're both camels.
No. I don't know. One's an alpaca and the other one's a camel. Oh, that's what we did when we went to Panama City. We went to fucking zoo. It was actually kind of cool, man. We saw some alpacas. The giraffe was awesome. I got to, like, literally stand next to the giraffe. I'm like, he's cool. Other than the deformity of his body, like, somebody was pissed off when they made the giraffe. God was. He was like, fuck you. That's a water buffalo. See his hairline?
Bison. Buffalo.
What's the difference?
Bison
Okay.
have like the two little horns.
Oh.
Okay,
And the buffaloes have the ones that swoop down and up.
Okay, we had bisons out there then.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry.
Everyone thinks bisons are buffaloes.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
I now I know.
Yep.
But yes, it was bisons out there.
Like the Buffalo Bills. Their mascot.
Buffalo.
It's a bison.
Is it really?
Oh, Buffalo Bisons.
They should be the Buffalo Buffaloes. That'd be cool. Now coming out the Buffalo Buffaloes. Not the Buffalo Bisons. That's kind of. What is a bill? What the fuck's a bill?
Yeah, what is
I
it,
don't
Bill?
know.
Maybe a bill is a nickname for a bison
The Bills. Bills.
or
like,
a buffalo.
Like the Bills, you'd think they'd have like money all over them. Like bills, y'all.
Bills.
Dollar bills, y'all. That makes no sense now that you said that. That the team mascot is completely like
You're wrong.
right. Kind of like the Browns.
Yeah. It's like I'm colorblind. Even I know that's like a burnt orange.
Yeah.
Right.
Orange, and their mascot's a fucking dog.
It's a swatch of orange. Like
A swatched of what?
if you ever see like when they paint the logo in the middle of the field,
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
like a
Big
a
old
swatch.
Oh yeah,
Like someone just like cut out a piece of fabric, orange fabric,
a plain ass helmet
and
yeah,
laid it
that's
on
how
the
they-
field.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
Like,
Terrible.
why don't they like just get rid of that team and like, hey, we're gonna come up with something way cooler? Because their colors suck, the team sucks, the city sucks, the fans suck.
Well, and they never won no Super Bowl.
Buffalo sucks.
They did back in the day. They were good.
Cleveland
Ooh.
sucks.
When they had Jim Brown and shit, they were a good team.
Yeah.
The Browns.
The Browns, I think they won a championship.
Belichick was there in '95.
Yes, the Browns. They haven't won a championship in our lifetime, but I'm pretty sure they did like in one of the first or second years of the NFL.
I want to say like the year before they moved to
Cleveland.
no, Baltimore.
Baltimore.
When Belichick was their coach, they started the season like 9-0. Then they announced that they were moving to
Cleveland.
no. When they announced they were moving to Baltimore, like pretty much everyone gave up, and I think they ended up like 9-6 or something like that.
Wasn't the Colts Baltimore Colts at one time?
Yeah.
Yes.
All that shit's confusing to me. It's kind of like the Rams, or now the LA Rams, but they were. Where the fuck were they at before? They were like
St. Louis.
St. Louis
Yeah.
Rams, and they were somewhere else before that too. Missouri Rams or some shit.
Yeah, Indianapolis.
No.
They were somewhere else though.
They've moved around, buddy.
They're the St. Louis Rams. No, they're St. Louis. Then they went to L.A. Then back to St. Louis, and now they're back in L.A.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, Raiders too.
Yeah.
Oakland and now they're in Vegas.
Like the Arizona Cardinals were the St. Louis Cardinals, right?
No. They're the Phoenix Cardinals.
They were the
Back in the day when Jake Plummer was there and all that,
Jake
they were
the
the
Snake?
Phoenix
Yeah,
Were they?
Cardinals. Yep.
There is a St. Louis Cardinals. That's baseball, though,
Baseball,
right? Okay, right. Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't had any expansion teams. Like they did, like in our younger days, like the Titans and the
Titans,
The
Texans,
Jaggers and the
Jags.
Panthers.
And Texans.
Yeah, they were the Oilers and they became the Texans. Yeah, it's about time to switch some team names up. Let's do it. Let's add 2 more teams. Make it 34.
Keno, go.
They're already making the season longer. Let's go to some different markets.
I mean, what state would they be adding a team though?
One in Florida and one in Texas.
Montana.
Well,
we need-
Florida's
we need
already
a-
got 3.
We need a Orlando Predators or something.
No, we already got them.
Montana. We have a Wyoming.
We need the
It's not a
Pensacola.
big enough market though,
Dude.
right?
Oh, you get an NFL team, people will fucking show up.
Oh yeah, like put something in Pensacola and call them
Like
the
fucking
Pirates.
Green Bay.
Anybody?
Pensacola.
Green Bay
Pirates.
is like a small town of like
They-
100,000 people.
What's a state that doesn't have an NFL team?
Montana.
I forgot the fucking state.
Wyoming.
Alabama,
Dakota.
Both Dakotas.
Alabama.
Nebraska. Utah.
Alabama ain't got no state team.
Alabama.
Alabama. What?
Kentucky.
Georgia
West Virginia.
has Atlanta. Falcons.
Maine. New Hampshire. Vermont.
Rhode
Rhode Island.
Massachusetts.
Connecticut.
Well, where's the Patriots from? They in Massachusetts.
They're in Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
Is the Panthers in North or South Carolina?
North Carolina.
North
You don't have a team in South Carolina.
Charlotte.
Yeah, you can have.
You don't
your-
have a team in Oklahoma. You don't have a team in
Indiana.
Colts.
Oh.
You don't have a team in New Mexico. You don't have a team
Oregon.
in
Oregon.
Oregon.
What about Virginia?
We just got one in Nevada.
Well, the
New Mexico.
DC. Do you consider DC?
There ain't a New Mexican team.
DC is
Virginia,
DC.
Maryland. Yeah, you don't have anybody in Virginia.
West Virginia.
I already said West Virginia. Another one in West Virginia. No
But
one
we
in
got
Kentucky.
four teams in California.
You have 2 teams
In
in
LA.
California.
They share a stadium. That doesn't make sense to me, but it works.
Do
Michigan.
they still?
yeah,
they still share?
SoFi with the Rams
Detroit,
and
never
is it the Raiders? No, Raiders went over there.
They're in Vegas now.
Yes, it's the Chargers. Chargers played in the same.
I thought they were
stadium.
getting their own separate stadiums.
Yep. How can you have two, the LA Chargers and the LA Rams? That's confusing.
Well, the Jets and Giants.
Yeah.
That's dumb, man.
New York and New York, but they're
Why
not in the
don't,
same
like-
city. They're not both in New
I
York.
think that's stupid, man.
I
Like they
do.
shouldn't be sharing stadiums. They're pro teams.
I agree.
Get your own fucking stadium.
Yeah, at least Florida spread theirs out to where you got to drive 3 hours in between.
Yeah,
each
but how
one.
dumb would that be if Jacksonville and Tampa sharing? Like, come on, man.
That would be bad. That's what I'm saying. Build one on the Panhandle area up there in Pensacola. That'd be cool.
What would be cool
If
is
I had to
it's-
guess, it probably has to do with the taxpayers paying for it. They probably can't justify having the taxpayers pay for 2 stadiums in the same city
that would make sense. But
Could be
because the owners don't want to pay for that shit.
well, owners
No.
should.
Yeah.
Assholes.
assholes.
Well, fuck, we paying for that shit. Well, we ain't paying for it.
Why don't we have like the
What would be cool is a stadium on,
the Hawaitians,
the-
Hawaii, Alaska team?
on a coast. That's where I was getting at. Like, have a coast team.
Yeah, it's kind of like the old Madden games. You could create your own team.
Playing on an island would be cool.
Hawaii
Might be a
doesn't have a team.
bitch to be a fan though.
Neither does the Puerto Rico or the District of Columbia.
Yes.
District of Columbia does have a team.
Washington D.C.
The Commanders, yeah.
That's confusing. Washington D.C. That the Washington Redskins are not in Washington, the state Washington. They're over there, like in Maryland or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's Baltimore, And then you got the Redskins.
Well, I don't know if the stadium might be in D.C., but D.C. is can't go by.
It's the District of Columbia.
Yeah,
that's what D.C. stands for.
But it's within like the Maryland state lines.
That's what I'm saying. But then Washington is on the other side of the fucking map.
Yeah.
That's confusing.
Is there a Mount Washington out in Washington? Is that why they called the state of Washington, Washington?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
There is a Washington, Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were saying there's no Washington team.
I never said that.
That should be the Washington Seahawks. That's what it should be.
Seattle.
I never said that.
Yep. The other place should be the DC Redskins or something.
I think it would be cool to have every state have a team, and you have to play for your state.
Wherever you was born.
Because Florida would be a dominant team for sure.
Texas. California.
Texas would be good. You know the ones that. But
that'd be a little unfair.
Dude,
the
do you
per
imagine
capita.
fucking playing against Iowa or fucking South Dakota, dude?
Show up to North Dakota, eh?
Dude, South Dakota passed the ball a grand total of 3 times this season. They just
Wing
fucking
T.
run the ball up the middle every fucking play.
Wishbone.
We're coming to fucking run the ball down the throat, and you're going to have to fucking try to stop us.
We're playing in a fucking cornfield.
we got they got a 6'8" quarterback, and we're just doing tush push all game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Stop us.
We're fucking being physical, and you got to fucking stop us.
And you go to Hawaii, and then they're just a bunch of Samoans.
Yeah.
Okay,
Imagine
guys, we're
that
getting back
team.
on the bus.
Yeah, very scary, man. You
Yeah,
go up
that
to
A team full of fucking Dwayne Johnsons.
That's an ultimate tush push team right there.
Yeah.
and then you got the fucking weirdos in Alaska that show up. And
Oh
the
yeah, I forgot about the Alaskan
the,
team.
The Eskimos.
Yep.
That'd be the perfect team name, the Alaskan Eskimos.
Well, I mean, they might not have a team though.
Why?
That's
They play in the
logistics
snow
of
year-round.
traveling.
According to National Geographic,
There's 10 people that live there?
Well, the area has a drug problem.
I wonder why. Where did they get the drugs from one?
And why is National Geographic reporting on drug issues?
Alaska.
They're
is
geography,
known-
not geopolitics.
Here's the statistics. Per capita, Alaska has the biggest drug person. You have a sample size of 32. 4 of them have a drug problem, so there you go. Like, Jesus.
I think it might have been on
fucking
Vice.
Oh, my God.
Alaska has a big drug problem.
Yeah, they sure do.
Well, like they have a big suicide.
Yeah,
It's depressing, man.
well,
There ain't no
it's
sunlight.
daylight 24 hours a day, and
depending
then
on the time of the year.
sometimes
It's overcast all day for
dark.
24 hours.
That's what they say about Seattle. Like,
Yeah.
it's so gloomy and overcast and shitty that it's
Oregon. It's Oregon, Portland.
Portland,
Yeah.
Portland, and Seattle.
All
All
it
of
rains all the time, but then in Alaska.
Wyoming.
Oh, I'd love to live in Wyoming.
That's what's crazy is there's college football teams in almost every state.
Like people are like, why would you want to move to Montana or Wyoming? Like
I mean,
depending on where
get
you
away
live,
from
it would take you
everything.
like an hour to go like to Walmart or Publix or the store.
They don't even have one.
Yeah, that's why I want to move there.
You have to ranch your own bisons up there.
Yeah, or Buffalo, depending on what you think they are.
I had an aunt that lived in South Dakota for
Yeah.
like 15 years. She was at
Old
that party
Vice
the other
Script
day.
Garage. That's where he originated from.
No way.
Old South Dakota. Yeah,
No.
that's why he has his old accent.
No.
Yeah, he started from.
Those people are like not even Americans up there.
Yeah.
Like they're so isolated from the rest of the world.
Well, that's why he's probably so clever and efficient and able to make
Yep.
anything work, because you have to make it work, because it'd take you
What
forever
are you
to get
saying?
anything.
I can do everything he does.
No, I'm just saying, but you would be even more creative if you couldn't go to the stores and stuff, and you would just be taking parts off of other cars to
Yep.
swap it
more
off.
creative.
You'd be a lot more creative.
I'd
Are you
probably
gonna
have
drive
about-
2.5 hours to O'Reilly's?
I'd probably have 13 kids because there ain't nothing else to
Yeah.
do. But
His truck would be driving. It would have his Mustang engine in it, and
Yep.
nah, I probably wouldn't have a Mustang up there. You couldn't drive it nowhere.
well, I'm saying here.
You'd have like a '73 Ford F100
Yeah, you're talking. I want one of those now.
You could
Yep.
be more creative.
with farm use only plates on it
Yeah,
on the interstate.
That is a workaround, though.
didn't pass a single car. Drove
Nope.
4 hours. Didn't pass a single car.
Yep.
It is pretty. I would like to go
Yeah.
visit. Like,
Like you see, like there used to be shows like on before it became Motor Trend. It was called like Discovery.
yeah,
Oh, what was it? Discovery HD Theater or whatever.
Mhm.
And they would have shows like buying Alaska, buying. So they just followed realtors around selling houses.
Yeah.
But yeah, you look out your freaking back door, you see nothing for miles and just like
Beautiful.
a fucking mountain or.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
And you hear the prices. Oh yeah, this is going for $250,000. Like
For 100 acres of land. Like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, sign me up.
yeah,
Oh yeah, there was like 100 acres came for sale just this weekend on Moore Road. Like when you was probably headed out to my house.
yeah.
There's 2 houses on it. Got a couple pools. They only want like $7 million for
Yeah.
it.
No big deal.
Somebody told me 16, and somebody like, nah, $7 million. I'm like, either way, that's a lot more millions than I got.
Yep.
I'm over here bitching about.
Oh, every time the Powerball goes up to like $4 billion, I buy my one quick pick.
You gonna
and then I
remember
start
if you hit
looking.
that thing?
Yeah.
You would.
Yeah, if I win it, I'd buy that 100.
You get a complex and we'd all live on it.
Yeah, I'd buy the I'd buy
Hell
that
yeah.
100 acres of land. I'd put my house on the very far back corner. Then I'd sell y'all lots.
Oh, you'd sell it to us. Okay.
Cheap, dirt cheap, dirt cheap.
150 grand a lot, huh?
No,
10 grand.
maybe something like that.
I'm putting a JT's corner store.
And like my family, I was like,
JT's. Fucking JT's.
I would tell my family, I'm like, okay, I'll give y'all each a plot of land. I would say, here are the areas I have available.
Yeah.
Have this little, like, 2 acres here, 3 acres here,
Yeah.
2, 3 acres here, 2, 3 acres here. Y'all pick y'all's lots, and I will provide you guys a home on each lot.
Mobile.
Nope. It depends on how much I won in the lotto. If it was
I
like,
get this shed right here. It's attached
If
to
it was
the
like
side.
John gets Johnny
if it was like $3 billion, I'll tell each of my family members, all right,
Oh, yeah.
I'll
$3 million
build,
you use up quick.
I will build you $3 billion. Yep.
A billion. Oh, fuck.
Or even.
When you worried about the size of the fucking building,
Well, you
$3
gotta remember,
billion.
a lot of that's being taken from taxes.
Okay, so you got a 1.5 billion.
Yeah, I gotta live off that the rest of my life, man.
How could you
I'm
not?
buying 100 fucking acres here. That's $7 million right out of the chute.
If you spend $1 million a year, you wouldn't spend that in a lifetime.
And then I would give them like a plot of land, here, a couple acres here, predetermined areas, and then I'll have a house built for you guys up to like $500,000 for the house.
Yeah, I don't want.
Well, fuck, that's gonna get me a freaking 2-bedroom, 1-bath house these days.
That's a 3-2.
No, this is my family, not
Not
you
even
guys.
a 3-2. This is
No,
a
no, no.
1-1.
I said this is my family, not
Oh,
you
okay.
guys. You guys
Okay.
have to build your own houses. I'm just giving you the land.
That's cool.
My God.
And
Okay.
then, but the caveat is,
I don't like caviar.
for my family, the caveat would be,
I don't like that shit.
I'm giving you this land. I'm building you this house.
But you gotta give it back.
Don't fucking ask me for anything else.
Ross,
Don't say oh, this fucking stingy bitch. I just gave you $1 million worth of shit right there, or
Ross.
$500,000.
Ross, can you come over for Christmas? No, I said don't ask me for nothing.
Or then I would say, okay, if you don't want the property in the house, I will give you the cash value of that.
Ross, I need
$500,000.
the money for an age treatment.
What do you want?
Screw you.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
want to live next to a grumpy old fuck, so give me the money.
Because in
You
your,
won't. There'll be plenty of land.
in your life, what are your biggest expenses in your life? What are your besides your
It'll be house.
yeah?
Oh no!
And I'm giving you that for free. So if you had to say, if you didn't have to pay your mortgage every month, that would help you out quite a bit,
Yeah.
wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if I didn't have to pay for cocaine, hookers.
Yeah. Well, now you have more to pay for all that because you don't have to pay for a house anymore.
Well, I don't pay for my house. I pay for cocaine and hookers.
Yeah.
I'm just
I haven't paid a mortgage payment in 2.5 years.
No, we talk about that all the time. Like, if you get your house paid off, life
Yeah.
financially is
Yeah.
fairly.
You don't
simple,
even have
really.
to have a decent job.
No,
That's what we're talking about.
I could get a job at the Taco Bell.
You just need something to live off of.
yeah,
Like
just
we're
a-
talking about it, like
Daily expenses.
when I was talking like family stuff. Like I think we're at my brother's house. We're talking about like you could always judge somebody by the way their car is, this and that, like the cleanliness of the interior and all that.
so they
And
say.
someone was like, "Yeah, your fucking Charger, you had 200-something thousand miles on it, but it was like clean. It was like it looked new. The engine bay was crystal clear. Like that's freaking ridiculous." I'm like, "No, the money you pay for that, like your big expenses, your house and your vehicles and all that.
yeah, those are your major
Yeah,
life.
I'm gonna fucking take care of that son of a bitch
Right.
as long as I fucking have it.
Yeah.
Because the amount of money that you spend on that,
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna buy a $30-something thousand vehicle and just treat it like shit and destroy the damn thing and still paying on it.
Good
Why-
luck
why do y'all
keeping it
think-
clean with kids though?
Why do y'all think I drive a 2002 truck and a 2005 car?
Yeah.
I'd love to have a new vehicle.
But you spent good money on them and you still took care of them.
I didn't spend a lot of money on them.
How much did you spend on that truck?
$7,000.
That's a lot of money.
Not for today's
not for
standards.
today's trucks.
That's
So you're
saying,
I'm not saying that, like for today's vehicles.
Yeah.
$7,000 is $7,000.
oh, I agree. That's how much my fucking air conditioner
Yeah.
just cost yesterday.
Exactly. It's a good chunk of money, so you take care of it. You've painted it. You've rebuilt the damn thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Didn't hog out the interior.
No. Hog it out.
Hog it out.
You didn't have any bukakis in there?
Not that I'm aware of. But there
It's
was
not hogging out. He's hogging in it.
there was
seat
one.
is like rough right here.
Yeah.
There was one previous owner. There's no telling why.
There's a hard spot in your seat over here.
Now the Mustang, on the other hand, I
Got
had
it.
that from like 400 miles. Yeah,
He
but
did.
I didn't pay for that. So.
He got the business in the Mustang.
No, honestly, that's the worst fucking like.
That's like
The worst fucking
prevent you
thought,
from doing
yes.
You catch a cramp just trying to sit in the bitch.
Yes, you're like, hell yeah, you got a sports car, chick's gonna be all over you, and you're like, okay, even if you do get them for a ride, like, everything's in the fucking way, you can't even, like, get a handy.
I've been in the back and not in your car, but
Get a handy.
You've been in the back of my car before, too.
Oh yeah, but not doing that. But in the back of
I
my,
would hope not,
in the back of my
goddamn.
Mustang, and there wasn't room for anything.
Hell no,
Like,
you try to get it on, and your ass crack falls in between that little lever on the back seat
It
that,
definitely
allows it to go forward.
that might be why Danielle got scoliosis.
It could've been. her back was still developing, and you fucking turned it into a noodle. You bitch.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Now she lives with rods and pins in her back because of what you did in a Mustang.
It's the Mustang's fault.
Turned her into a fucking contortion artist.
Back when I was a Mustang boy.
Was.
Mustang boy. Mustang boy.
Yep.
It wasn't a 5.0 though.
That it got me from A to
Yeah.
B.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good times.
I miss having a little sports car. It's a good thing
I miss
don't
it too. Mine doesn't run.
Yeah, it's a good thing I don't have
Yeah.
it though. I drive too fast.
My shit's getting to the age point to where it's starting to give me issues.
Yep.
And I'm at that point to, like, do you keep investing in it? Yes, probably, because it's still cheaper than a payment, but it's just frustrating.
At least it makes you think about it.
It makes me think, like, man, you had so many good years of not having to do anything, not have to worry about none of that
But once
shit.
you get it fixed,
Yep.
it's done.
But once
right?
hopefully, and then sometimes it's the gift that keeps on giving. It's like, all right, what's next? What's next? What's next?
But eventually it gets to the point where it's like, yeah, it's not like a $200 fix or $75 fix. It's
No, all the fixes are getting more
$1,500
expensive.
fix. Yeah.
What-
Like my last fix I did on the Charger was the coolant system and the freaking radiator and all that. I think I spent $1,200 on that.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't come to the podcast before we left on vacation, is because
car wouldn't run.
Ashton's car decided it was not.
Yeah, you said it needs another timing chain.
Yep, got to put. I did learn that don't buy timing chains on eBay. Fun fact.
Yeah.
They last about 6,000 miles, and then they start stretching, and then you get to do the same fucking job all over again. And it's an inconvenient time, and our AC went out at the same time, so I had to put a compressor on it, redo timing chains. Yeah, and about $1,400 later, right up the asshole.
You can trade both your Mustang and your truck in, and still it wouldn't
And
pay
probably-
for a brand new F-150.
No, I'd-
Between those
No,
two,
I
he
thought
it
you
would
wouldn't
get-
even make half.
I might be able to
maybe get $4,000 for both of those.
Yeah, I might be able to get like a small
That's
Fiat or
crazy,
something, you
man.
know.
That's crazy.
It is stupid.
It depreciates.
Well, it's all.
so
Oh yeah,
much.
it's all about the resale value. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's-
It's all in what, like I said, there's sentimental value in both for me, and that's why I keep them, because my truck was the first thing I ever bought with my own money and paid for. The Mustang was sentimental because of, that came from my dead grandmother a little bit, and then my parents and that kind of thing, and like a lot of memories, whatnot. First car, and I still enjoy it, and I'm still doing things to it to keep it fun.
right.
So our next vehicle is probably going to be a family SUV.
SUV.
SUV, yeah. We're looking at like the mid to full size SUVs.
In today's prices, that's $100,000.
That's why we're looking at things that are 3 to 4 years old, like 30, 40,000. That way, it knocks about 30, 40,000 off, and you can afford 50. You don't want to, but you can if you need to. So that's probably what we're looking at.
Yeah, you get a fucking like Grand Wagoneer or
Not driving a Dodge.
an Escalade or
I'm not
a
driving a
fucking
Cadillac, and I'm not driving a Chevy.
or Expedition.
Okay, now
You're looking at $120,000 for them fuckers now.
I seen the 2025 Expedition, and it was like 70.
It was probably like bare bones.
Now the Navigator, the same truck, is 100.
Yeah.
10, 100
Yeah,
plus.
Navigator or Lincolns. Yeah.
It's the same truck. It just got a fucking different, like, high dollar
What's
name.
the same deal with the
Chevrolets and shit,
Suburban
too.
and the not Suburban but
Chevy
Escalade,
GMC.
yeah.
Tahoe
Yeah,
and
the-
Escalade.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, same shit.
It's just fancy.
They just put some letters on it, and they put a ball warmer in one and a fucking ass massager in the other. And
The 2025 Expeditions look pretty sharp though.
yeah, they got some cool colors.
We
I
just
was
gotta
telling you
wait
about
a
that
year.
dusty blue color.
Got to wait a year or two for the prices to drop on them, bad boys.
Yes.
Because it is a different look than the 2024.
Well, that's why they try to entice you, is to get you to buy
Right.
into that, right?
But the previous ones all look similar for a while,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then they finally
They finally do a
switched
body
it up.
style change.
Usually anywhere from 5 to 8
Right.
years. They
Right,
change
because they create that production line, cost them billions of
yeah.
dollars.
them. Yeah, the tooling,
They gotta
and
be
stamping.
efficient.
Tooling,
Yep.
the stamping, all that. Like my truck, my 2002 truck, all the way to like 16, had the same fucking cap. They just
Yeah.
changed the fenders,
They changed
Changed
the
the
easy stuff.
hood,
They added a thing
different
or two in the interior.
headlights. Yeah, but the same cab door structure was the same for like
Yeah.
16 years.
That's how it was for the Charger between 2000,
Yeah. And it's
pretty much
smart.
from 2005 to 2023.
But as a
The
company,
center
that-
section of the car was the same.
yeah, as a
the
company,
chassis
that makes sense though.
For like a F-150 is the
Same.
same chassis under an Expedition or
Yeah.
a Navigator. It's the same frame.
Yep.
Yep.
No,
It's
that's
crazy.
smart, man.
It's smart, and you
Same
just throw some different
engines.
shit on it.
The
Yep.
interiors are the same.
My Mustang and my truck have the exact same engine in them.
Yep.
The exact same one.
It's crazy. Well, you can swap them then.
But it's funny. One gets like 18 miles a gallon. The other one gets 11 miles to the
The
gallon.
weight and the gearing.
One's like 6,500 pounds, and the other one's like 2,500 pounds.
And one has a sporty rear gear in it. The other one has a freaking
Yeah, one's a
a
slug.
luggish. One goes 50 miles an
It-
hour in one gear, and the other one goes
Yes.
80 miles an hour in that same gear.
Yes, that's what's crazy. Like they're two extremes. Like the driving difference between them. And they're both a step back in time. Like
Yeah.
for real, they're fucking time machines for sure. But I'm starting to like. I want like a mid 60s to like mid 50s like old pickup like single cab like F100 type truck.
Those
Something
are
to kinda
cool.
F100,
restore.
D100, C100.
That'd be cool to take throw a Coyote motor or something in there and
Yeah.
turn that bitch into just a fucking wheel ripper. Like you put a brand new motor in that thing, and like even if you don't fix the body and stuff up on it and stuff like that would be a fun little project.
Lock in the patina.
Yes. Do that. Throw some bags on it. You know what I'm saying, bruh? Be out there like pissing the neighbors off, squealing tires, ripping gears, and
Coming from the secretary of the HOA.
Yep.
Yeah.
ripping gears and
Who's
flicking
getting a
off
family
the
vehicle?
queers.
So he's going to be doing it in a friggin' minivan.
I thought you were gonna say he was doing it in his skirt.
Hey, minivans aren't. Don't hate on them. The fucking the seats lay down and all that area becomes flat. They're very cargo conscious. I guess you could call it.
Daniel don't want to do a minivan, but I wouldn't mind rocking one.
I can see you driving a minivan.
I don't give a fuck. As a kid, I'd have been like, no.
If
If
you
my
get a
dad
mi-
wanted to do the
yeah.
station wagon,
If
and I was like,
you-
I'm not doing a
Oh, I
station
remember
wagon.
that.
I ain't doing a shaggin' wagon,
If
but I should have.
if you get a minivan, I'm gonna sneak over in the middle of the night with cans of spray paint and I'm painting flames on it, like a Jeff Gordon like throwback. Like
Good to know I won't buy a brand new one. I'll tell you that.
you think I won't? I will.
Hey, will you? Can you go ahead and rhino liner that motherfucker while you're at it?
We saw a truck like that
That's the
yesterday.
stupidest fucking look ever.
Rhino
We saw
lining
it
the
yesterday.
whole truck.
They
but
look so
black.
bad.
We were sitting next to it at the light, and I told John, I'm like, yep. I had a couple beers and did it myself. If that's what that sounded like, right next to it. It looked like hell,
And it's
man.
always a piece of shit vehicle.
Yeah, it was something that should have been
It
retired.
was an
Yeah.
F-250 or
Something,
It
yeah.
was a Dodge.
Nah.
And the sad part is that guy thought it looked badass.
It was a truck.
Hell yeah,
though.
did it myself. It only took me 2 paint rollers to get it on there. Didn't have any overspray.
No, it was one of those truck shows, and they did it for free.
Yeah.
You know, and they just like, who needs there something sprayed? I'll do my whole truck. Do my whole truck.
The only thing I think that should be rhino lined is
the bed.
No, not even that.
And the underbody.
The underbody.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. The bed, you still can't haul shit because it's going to ding the fuck out of the metal. Like, yes, it protects the paint, but it doesn't protect it
I like
from
the rubber
dinging.
liner.
Yeah, so I got the old plastic liner
That's
in
what my
mine.
truck has.
I'm happy with that.
Yep.
I'm good with that. Like, I can beat the fuck out of it and not give a shit.
The rhino liner on the actual vehicle matters if you're like driving through the woods and shit, and you don't really want your everything scraped up.
If you're doing shit like that anyway, you don't give a fuck about what you're driving. Period. Like,
it protects it better.
No, you have a woods truck that's like a 30-year-old truck and go beat the fuck out. You don't go get you a brand new F-250.
No, man.
You get and out there and beat the fuck.
Rattle can bed liner on it.
But it's all about them deers. I don't understand that. I never got into it. I got into fishing. Fishing was my thing, so whatever. Go sit in a fucking tree stand and be quiet and can't talk to shit. Yeah, that's why I'm going to sit there and freeze my fucking balls off.
That's part of the beautiful thing about it.
And wait for something to step on a twig so I can just go up here and fucking, nah, fuck that. Send me on a boat where I can crack open a cold beer and, like, fish and, like, fuck hunting. I get there's a need for it in the day, but for sport, it's just not my thing. It's really not. I'll go hunt some fish.
If you're hunting, I think it's the same thing as you're fishing. Like you're sitting there.
It ain't the same thing.
It's you got to do different.
They're both gay.
You got to do tactics to different things to find them.
All I know is Jesus was a fisherman. All his disciples were. Whenever he came walking through the earth, he went to the fishing village and he got him some fishermen to follow him. He didn't go find no fucking deer hunters.
Well, the difference is fishermen talkers, hunters.
Well, you ain't allowed to talk when you're hunting.
Here you go.
You know, Bill, I was thinking about, shut up, you're going to scare him away. Put all our corn out and the motherfucker going to leave if you keep talking, damn it.
Jesus was like, well, I tried to tell him.
I mean.
Ran me off.
Whatever. I mean, I guess if you had buddies that wouldn't shut the fuck up, hunting makes sense. But none of my friends like to talk, so we got to go fishing.
You ready to end this thing?
Ross could be a hunter.
Yep.
He kind of the Elmer Fudd. Shh, I'm a wabbit.
It's like, shut the fuck up, guys.
It's like Beavis and the Butthead and and Elmer Fudd got together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, cool, man. Well, it's good to get back on the books this quarter.
Yeah, man.
Fucking Christmas,
man.
Christmas is fucking near here.
Yeah.
So.
All right, well, I guess we'll see y'all when we see y'all.
We'll see you after 4th of July.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
I said, yeah.